Welcome back to another video. It has been some time since I posted. I have been studying real hard the last month for my real estate exam, and I thought that I would do some videos and, you know, help some people out there who are also studying for their real estate exam. I am in Washington State, so I am studying to get my real estate license here in Washington. So I thought that I would do a video, one, because I feel like it's easier to learn when you hear things laid out in different terms as well as from different people. So I thought as I'm on my journey to getting my real estate license that I would help other people out there as well. So if you like these type of videos on this channel and you guys want me to do more terms and terminology and things like that for your real estate exam, then make sure that you guys like and subscribe to my channel. I will be sharing my journey as I get licensed throughout the whole process, as well as being a real estate agent. So if you guys are down for that and you guys are interested in watching me and my journey, then make sure you guys like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram. I have two, my personal and then my real estate Instagram. So make sure that you guys check that out. So without further ado, let's get into this video. We're going to be talking about estates today. So again, like I said, I like reiterating things in my own words. I feel like I learn better that way, and then I can go back and watch my own video and then just learn from that. So hopefully this video does help you guys. I have been studying and using prepagent. So if you guys don't know what prepagent is, it's actually another YouTube channel here. So the guy, he does a lot of in-depth like studying and concepts and all of that for real estate. And honestly, since getting my course and doing that course, like I feel like he should be the ones doing the state exams, because the way he lays it all out and the different type of ways that you're able to study when you join his prepagent or mentorship, it's really great. So I would highly recommend into looking to that if you guys do need more help, because there is like practice tests that you can do on there and all of that. I will have an affiliate link down below in the description box, so check it out if you guys want some discounts and you guys also want to, you know, get on prepagent and do some more studying. So I'm going to do a couple important topics made easy so that it makes it easy to pass your real estate exam. So we'll be talking about estates, leases, the type of leases, and everything of those sorts. So there are 4 different type of estates that you definitely need to know for the real estate exam. And the first one is estate for years. So I don't want you to get confused by the term years. An estate for years is actually created by creating a lease. And what an estate for years is, and the easiest way for me to remember it, is an estate for a period of time. So for example, you can have an estate for years from January 1st, because you have a determined start date, until say December 31st. So you're going to have a whole year lease because there is a start date, a determined start date, and a determined end date. So the main thing with estate for years is it's created by a lease and it has a determined start date and end date. The second type of estate that you need to know is a periodic estate. And the main way I like to remember it is a periodic estate. So what that means is it is a estate for a period of time. So that can mean every 6 months it's getting renewed, or every month it's getting renewed. You can say that the tenant and the landlord have an agreement that their lease is going to renew every set determined period of time. So that is how I remember periodic estate. So the third type of estate is tenancy at will. And tenancy at will is pretty much an open estate, I like to say. So that means there's no determined end date or start date. So the tenant can pretty much get in there and leave whenever they want without needing to give the landlord any notice or anything like that. They have their own will to leave when they desire. The last term that you'll need to know for this little section is tenancy at sufferance. And tenancy at sufferance is when there's a tenant and they have stayed past their lease and they aren't leaving, or they're not paying and the landlord is suffering. So that's how I like to remember tenancy at sufferance. It's because the landlord is suffering due to the tenant, them staying past their lease and not really contacting the landlord to say, hey, I want to renew, or I'm not going to renew, I'm going to move out. So that is how you remember tenancy at sufferance. So moving on into some more estates. One estate that you need to know that's very important, and it's on your test, is the fee simple estate, or the fee simple absolute estate. And what this is this actually grants you the most ownership in your property. It gives you absolute ownership, so you can sell it, you can rent it, you can do whatever you want with that piece of property. Another type of estate that you need to know is life estate. And a life estate is exactly the way it sounds, and it's a estate for your period of your life. So if somebody grants me a life estate, when I die, my estate dies with me. So I can't give my estate to my kids because the estate is for me for the period of my life. So a life estate, remember, is for the period of that person's life. And when that person dies, the estate dies with them. Another type of estate is a leasehold estate, and it's exactly the way it sounds. It's a lease, so it's an estate where a person can stay within a space for a period of time. So exactly the way it sounds, like a lease. So most people do have this when they rent like an apartment. They know that they're going to be in there for that period of time, and then after they will have to renew their lease with their landlord. And if they don't, then they would be what? Tenancy at sufferance, because they would be staying past their tenancy at their residence, and they haven't, you know, they didn't let their landlord know if they were staying or leaving. So they would be, you know, a tenancy at sufferance if they stayed past their lease. So while we're on the discussion of leases, I want to kind of get into the type of leases, because you will see this on your test, and it is one way that I've been able to remember the type of different leases, and it includes commercial leases as well as like residential. So the first type of lease that you need to know is the gross lease. The gross lease means that the tenant is just paying the rent. They're not paying any utilities, taxes, or anything else of that. They're just paying the rent. One of the most common leases is actually the net lease. And a net lease is when they would make one payment and it would cover everything. So it would cover like their garbage, their electric, their rent, their utilities, whatever else is being used. That would be a net lease. Then there's the triple net lease. And the triple net lease is actually kind of funny because it's like the opposite. It is where the tenant is paying everything except the rent. So they would be paying utilities, garbage, all of that, but then they wouldn't have to pay their rent at all. Another type of lease that you will see when you're in the commercial side of real estate is a percentage lease. And so a percentage lease means it's usually when it's a commercial property. So like in a retail space, a strip mall, anything like that. So what that means is that tenant, whoever's renting, say the Safeway in a big strip mall, they would be paying their rent base plus commission off the sales that they bring in. So that would be a percentage lease, and that's mainly in commercial space. Lastly, there's a proprietary lease, and that is usually used in co-op spaces, and it just means that you have a lease for a specific period of time. So those are some terms that you guys need to know in order to pass your real estate exam. There is like so much to learn, and that is just the tip of the iceberg. So if you guys like this video and you guys want to see more videos like this, then make sure that you guys like and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on another Term Tuesday video with me. I think that's what we're going to call it. I'll be doing some terms on Tuesday. So if you guys are studying for your real estate exam and you guys are needing help, then make sure that you guys tune into my channel, follow me on Instagram, and comment down below some terms or concepts you guys want me to go over with. And yeah, if you are a fellow real estate agent, comment down below where you're from, where you're doing real estate out of, and let's connect. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video.